Hello students, today we will start chapter number 4, topic pressure. What is pressure? When a body is placed on a surface, the body exerts a force equal to its weight on the surface. The total force acting normally on the surface in contact is called thrust. Now, if we place any object or any body, now that every object has some or the other weight. Now, what is this weight actually? Weight is actually a force, due to the gravitational pull of the earth, right? So, other terms of force is also known as thrust. So thrust and force are the same thing. Now, it should act normally. Normally mean perpendicularly. You can see here the force is acting perpendicular, 90 degree to the surface. In the given figure, the thumb is applying force on a thumb pin. This force is perpendicular to the pin. You can see that this force is perpendicular to the pin. It is in 90 degree, right? Hence, thrust is being applied on the pin. So, we have applied force. Thrust means force only. The thrust acting upon a unit area of surface is called pressure. So, what is pressure? Pressure means thrust acting on unit area. How much force is acting on a given unit area, it will determine the pressure on that object. So the formula pressure is thrust per unit area. So how much pressure will be there, it totally depends on how much thrust or how much force you are applying on a given area. From this formula, it is very much clear that pressure will increase with the force and pressure will decrease with the area. Let me tell you with an example. For here, in case of this pin, you see the surface area of the pin is very less. Yes? So the entire force is acting on this point, which means the area is very less. Now, if area is less, then pressure will be more. On the other hand, if you just put it upside down, in that case, the force will distribute in greater area. Now, if area is more, then pressure will automatically be less. So, you should always remember that pressure is directly proportional to the thrust. If greater the force, then pressure will be more, and pressure is inversely proportional to the area, which means if area is more, then pressure will be less. To understand pressure, it is helpful to think of an example. Suppose you are carrying a heavy packet by its string. In a short while, the string starts cutting your hand. The weight is much easier to carry if the packet is in a bag with a thick handle. Both the string and the handle exert pressure on your hand. However, the pressure of the string is greater than the pressure of the handle. This is why the string quickly starts to hurt. The force or weight of the packet is the same in each case. However, because the string is thin, the area of contact with your hand is very small. It implies that pressure is very large. The handle covers a greater area of your hand being wider. Therefore, the handle pressure is much less than the pressure exerted by the string. So, here a very nice example is given. If you carry a heavy packet, then you will see that you will feel very uncomfortable to carry that huge weight because that string start cutting your hand. Yes? But on the other hand, if you carry such a bag which is having a handle, a thick handle, in that case what will happen? You are getting greater surface area. Now what did I say just now? That if surface area is more, in that case pressure will be less. If surface area is less, then pressure will be more. So in this case you can see that when you are carrying that heavy packet, its surface area is less, which means there will be greater pressure. Yes, as a result of it, what happened? The strings start cutting your hand. On the other hand, the bag is having a thick handle, it will produce or exert less pressure. So less pressure means we will feel comfortable to carry the load with it. Now let's move on to units of pressure. The standard unit of pressure is Newton per meter square. Now thrust mean area. Thrust mean force. Thrust mean force. Now what is the SI unit of force? The SI unit of force is Newton. What is the SI unit of area? What is the formula of area? Area means length into length. Length into breadth we say. So which means both are length. So length into length. Yes. So it will become meter square. Now SI unit of length is meter. So in that case, pressure SI unit will be Newton per meter square. This is known as Newton per meter square, known as per meter square. Okay. Or Pascal. It is also known as Pascal. It has an abbreviated form, short form is PA. As force is measured in Newton and area in meter square, it is the pressure exerted by a thrust of 1 Newton acting over an area of 1 meter square. Thus, 1 Pascal is equal to 1 Newton per meter square. So, if you are asked to define what is the definition of 1 Pascal or what do you understand by 1 Pascal, so you should write 1 Pascal is equal to 1 Newton per meter square. Facts about pressure. From the relation pressure is equal to thrust per unit area, the following facts can be concluded. Number 1, pressure is directly proportional to the thrust. Just now I told, okay, that pressure you can see it is in the numerator. So if any relationship with the numerator mean direct relationship. So which mean pressure will increase with the thrust. If you increase force, pressure will also increase. On the other hand, pressure is inversely proportional to the area of contact. Okay, you can see that area is in denominator. So what will be the relationship? Which mean if area, surface area increases, then pressure will reduce or it is inversely proportional to it. Pressure can be increased by decreasing the area of contact. You can see in case of nail, the area of contact is reduced to exert a greater pressure so that with less amount of force, with applying less amount of force, the pin or the nails get in. Okay. Now, atmospheric pressure. What is atmospheric pressure? Okay, before I go to atmospheric pressure, let me explain some bigger units of pressure. Now, bigger unit of pressure is kilopascal. Kilopascal means 1000 pascal. Kilo means 1000. Okay. So, its abbreviated form is kPa, which means 1000 pascal. Right? Now, here you can see the difference between thrust, which means force, and pressure is given. So, this is important. You should learn this. Let us go through it. Thrust. Point number 1. Total force acting perpendicularly over a surface is called thrust. So, what is thrust? Thrust is the total force acting perpendicularly over a surface. Just now we have seen the example of that thumb and nail. Whereas pressure, thrust acting per unit area. So pressure means thrust or force acting in a given unit area is known as pressure. Thrust. It is independent of the nature of the surface on which it acts. Thrust does not depend, force does not depend on the nature of the surface. It does not depend whether you are applying force on wall or wood, which means it is independent on the surface, nature of the surface. Pressure, it depends on the softness of the surface on which thrust acts. Now from our experience we know that if the surface is soft, then the pressure will be different compared to the surface which is very hard, right? Third point, its SI unit is Newton. Thrust or force SI unit is Newton, whereas pressure is SI unit is Newton per meter square or Pascal. So you should learn the difference between the thrust and the pressure. Now let us move on to atmospheric pressure. Fluids, that is liquid and gases. Now what is fluids? Fluids mean the state of matter which can flow. So liquids and gases, they are known as fluids because they can flow. Exerts pressure on object. The pressure exerted by air that surround the earth is called atmospheric pressure. If we were not for the fact that the fluid inside your body exert as much pressure as the air outside, the pressure of the air at ground level would have crushed you and air pressure decreases at higher altitude. Now what is this atmospheric pressure? Atmospheric pressure is the pressure exerted by the air which surround us. Okay? Imagine if there is no atmospheric pressure, then what would have happened? Then our blood vessels, inside our body also there is blood pressure. Then this blood pressure would crush our veins, nerves, whatever, okay, and we would have not been survived. So atmospheric pressure is also very important. Atmospheric pressure decreases as you go to the higher altitude. That means if you go to the mountain, you will feel less atmospheric pressure. If you have ever been to any hill station, then you might have felt that or experienced that decrease in the atmospheric pressure. So I will end my lecture here today. So go through this. In next lecture I will discuss from example given in page number 38. Thank you.